Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another exciting episode of your favorite podcast, The Journey Called Love. This is Damla Daisy, your favorite girl. I give practical guides to doing love and relationship the right way, and you're very welcome. It's a privilege to have you here again. Well, today's episode is very exciting because it's the last one for the season. I'm still here. You're still going to see me around. I'm stuck here in your face, right? But the last one for the season, and this means that the last episode for the year, the last episode for the season, we're going to resume again next year, hopefully February, by the grace of God, right? And today's episode is basically around reviews, questions, answers, as well as tips and advice for doing relationship in 2024. Yes, it's very important that we begin to learn all of those even right now before we get into the new year. So we'll start with the questions. I have about 7 questions, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it because they're actually things that some of them like they have their episodes dedicated to some of them, while for some probably in the future, or you can definitely get should I say articles now? You can get resources about them, but definitely the answers that you would get from here would suffice. They would be okay. Now, first question: how do I show love to a lady I'm in love with? Well, I believe that this person is a guy. How do I show love to a lady I'm in love with? First of all, the goal is actually not showing, because at the end of the day, love is in action, love is in the things you do, not the things you say. But the goal really is not in the fact that you want her to know that you want her to know that you love her. The goal is in the fact that the love is not just in the feeling, and that the love is in the fact that you guys fit. I mean, last episode we had a lot of discussion around fitting and feeling and how different they are. So, but to show love to, or to make a lady know that you love her, first thing first is speak a love language. We have a lot of us have this mistake or have the habit of loving somebody the way we understand love has. I understand that if I love somebody, if I feel somebody loves me, for example, I think for me, quality time, I spend time with the person. But it will be wrong of you to assume that when you spend quality time with that person, the person will just automatically know that you love the person, because that quality time is your whole love language, not hers. So first of all, you need to speak a love language. Make sure that what you are, the things you're doing, are things that show to her, because we interpret love differently. We interpret love based on not just our person, but our environment, how we grew up understanding love and all of that. So make sure that you're, of course, showing her the love that she understands. And how do you do that? There's no other way to do that than to ask. You're not a mind reader. You need to know. The only way to know is to ask, right? Is it polite to ask a lady, how do I show you love? How do I love you better? How do I love you better is a very definitely polite and great question to ask a lady, especially if you guys are like in the parts of relationship, or you're already in the relationship. So ask to be sure. And then basic truth or basic thing that works for almost everybody is be available. Ladies love it when you are there when they need you. So be available. We love it. We love it when you're there when we need you. So be available, of course. Show up and make exceptions. It makes a person feel special when they know that this thing you're doing, you don't do it for every other person. Make exceptions. So I hope that answers that question. Number 2 says, do ladies get attracted at first sight? Yes, why not? I mean, I don't think that it's a rule. Attraction at first sight, I don't think it's a rule for just guys. Definitely, every human being with feelings get attracted to somebody else at first sight, depending on what attracts them or what does it for them, right? So ladies definitely get attracted at first sight. Just that there are so many ladies that get attracted and then just look away. I'm like, there's so many days that just, there are some attractions like that, oh, this guy, oh my god, this guy is eloquent, this guy looks so nice, and then that's just it. Not because you cannot like pursue, that attraction, but because you just feel at the end of the day this guy probably doesn't even know that I exist, right? And so that's just it. So ladies definitely get attracted at first sight, but then there's really nothing much you can do about it. So yeah. So another question says, still in the same line, how can attraction and attachment be grown? Well, attraction is something that happens over time. Sometimes it happens over time. Sometimes it happens almost immediately. You see someone, and then they get your attention. Then you're attracted to them because of something that they do, or something that or what they look like, either what they look like or what they do, or what you know about them. Attraction grows actually on the wing of knowledge. So if you want to grow attraction, knowledge does it. Knowledge is definitely the thing to do. Like knowledge as in get the person to know you, let the person know you. And this is actually something profound. I think that guys should actually learn from. You meet a lady and you like her, you want her to feel the same way about you. Well, telling her that you like her might not actually do the magic. Not people might. It should not. Because this is not magic, right? So telling her you love her is just like an information. You're informing her, fine, that's good, right? So the only way you get back the feeling that the emotions that you give is by helping her to know you, helping her to see reasons why you're a great guy and why you're good for her, right? And that's where she gets attracted to you, and then from attraction, of course, leads to attachment. Yeah. Affection first before attachment anyways, but it can be grown, and definitely, like I said earlier, it grows on the wing of knowledge. So if you want a lady to be attracted to you, or you want a guy to be attracted to you, I don't know what you're doing here though, but get the person to know you better, not by force. So like friendship, do friendship, let the person know you, not just know you as in that you're a boy and then you live in number 2 street and then you're from this social place, but know your personality, know your value, and know how they fit, or how you guys can be great together. Yeah. Question 3. I'm not sure I'll be able to take all of the questions, but question 3 says, is it good to date or marry someone that is just like 5 months older, like to marry another person? Is it good for a lady to marry a younger guy? I think that's what that question is saying. Is it good for a lady to marry a younger guy? Well, there's no good or bad in this. I believe that age is just a number. But then again, I feel like the most important thing is the maturity, the mindset that this guy is having. There are so many younger guys that, are more matured and has, greater mindset than older ones. So, what you check, what makes it good or bad is what you want, really. Do you want this person? Remove, like, when you put aside the age, do you see other things that actually works for you? Do you see other things that you can actually work with? Do you see other ways that you guys fit? If that's the case, my guy, there are so many people. I know Tito the writer is married to a younger, like her husband is younger, and if she had not told the story, nobody would have known, because it's not a matter of age at the end of the day. So it's only good if it's what you want. If at the end of the day, when you remove the age factor, the guy is still a good fit for you, it's still the perfect match for you, why not? Go ahead. The next question says, do you have to tell your relationship to others? Well, others in this context might be a lot. Especially at the start or inception or beginning stage of your relationship, where you're just trying to, put things together, get to know each other and all of that. So, because this is actually from a place of, it's not wise to keep relationships secrets. Like, why would you do that, right? Well, when they say tell your relationship and don't keep it secret, they're not saying tell it to the whole world. They're saying tell it to trusted people that you feel that, okay, I can talk to this person about this, or I can share with this person, especially your parents. Yes, I know that there's a podcast episode I have, and I kind of felt like, well, your parents might actually still be in on, but yeah, especially your like telling your parent might be like extra, especially if they're not sure. But I don't know why you start a relationship when you're not sure. You start a relationship because you feel like I can build on this, right? Yeah, a lot of things can happen along the way, but you have to first start with that conviction of I can build on this. When you start with that conviction, anything that happens along the way, you know that it's not from you. So yes, of course, tell your parents, tell your friends, that not everybody, I'm not saying carry all your friends, put your friends together on WhatsApp group and send the message to them, but importantly is tell it to important people in your life. If you have a mentor, you are supposed to relate that with your mentor. If you have a mentor as a spiritual mentor, anyways, mentor, whichever one you have, right? Spiritual leader, you should tell your relationship to them. I feel like there should be at least one person in your life that should know from the beginning that, oh, I said yes to this guy today, or I asked this lady out today, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what that means. All right. I am going to just pick one last question. Let me pick this. The last one. Will he or she change in marriage? Ha, very funny. Well, I think the basic answer should be I don't think so. My guy, I really don't think so. So if anything is not changing now that you're in a relationship, don't bank on the fact that the person will change when you get married to her or to him, as the case may be. Men can be like, okay, if I get married to her, she's going to be submissive. I would have to enforce that I'm a man, which is totally unnecessary. If that's the mindset, then I don't think you guys are fit. You guys should even be thinking of getting married, right? Because submission is supposed to come, maybe not easily, but it's supposed to be something natural if it's the right thing you're doing, right? So with the person change in marriage is such that it reveals and it also multiplies. So if you have a bad habit before marriage, when you get married, it will become more obvious. In fact, it probably will become worse, right? So banking on the fact that this person will change when they get married, they will be humbled. He's not this marriage that our parents has done. It might not be a good idea. So if that person is not changing now, she's not teachable now, she's not submissive now, if he doesn't listen to you now, if is opinionated now, if is not giving you money now, it's stingy now, please don't bank on the fact that you change for marriage. Talk about it. If he has anger issues now, don't ever think that, oh, when you get married it's going to get better. No, marriage is going to make it like more obvious, because at this time in marriage you are living together with that person, and even the things that you don't know about the person before, or the things you think you can do, the things you thought you could do without, you come to marriage and you have to think, am I actually sure I can live with this? So please, any red flag, bad habit you're seeing before marriage, work on it. And if it's not workable, don't say yeah from me, but if it's not workable, please don't get married to that person. Yeah, so I'm going to go to what I have, tips for doing relationship in 2024. Yeah, happy new year in advance. First of all, date God. Yes, you have that right. Date God is a very important, I don't know if I should call it an advice, but it's a very important thing to do. Determine that as you go into the new year, even from now, to be more serious with your relationship with God. Because at the end of the day, and the base of love, the basis of this whole love thing is God. It's not just the foundation, it's the builder, is everything in between, right? So to get it right, and you're not going to have a relationship with God because you want to get it right with love. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that added advantage to get it right with love and relationship and family and what have you, even career and business, you really need God, right? So it's important for you to understand that in this next year, as we are ending 2023 and going 2024, let God be your priority. I cannot overemphasize it. Let God be your priority. If you have not been doing so well with devotion, determine to do better. If your devotion is totally non-existent, well, it's time to bring it alive and be intentional. Join a good church, fellowship with the brethren, date God. When I say date God, I believe you understand what I mean. I'm not just saying come once in a while. You know how you date, you know how you do now in your relationship. If your boyfriend does not call you in a day, it's like a big fight, right? So imagine that you don't talk to God in a day. Yeah, so date God like that. Have a very constant, consistent relationship with Him. Speak to Him every moment of the day like you would to your lover. Another very important advice I have for us for relationship in 2024 is invest in growing together. So many relationships are such that the guy is doing well for himself, is growing not just in finance and material things, but even in spiritual things. Is attending meetings that are changing his life. He's meeting the right people, networking and all. But his girlfriend is not really getting things right. It means that they don't have a shared mindset, right? So it's very important that as you go into 2024, be intentional about the growth of your relationship, and I mean the growth of your partner. As much as you're growing, it's not enough that you're a great man, all right? You need to also carry her or carry him along, as the case may be. Another thing is learn communication. This is super important. I know that you've been communicating, that's why your relationship still exists, but you need to do better. There's an episode about emotional openness. I know that some of us have reservations. I don't have issues with you, but I'm saying do better with communication. Communicate everything that you are supposed to, and I've been asking the question of myself recently, is it possible to actually be in a relationship or a marriage where there are no lies? Like, where somebody is texting you in the middle of the night, and just because you don't want me to get angry, you're saying, oh, it's nothing, or you say it's somebody from work and it's actually not. Like, can we be totally honest? Even if I get mad at you, what's the worst that can happen? I get mad, we talk about it, we end it, right? Anyways, that's just an aspect. But learn communication, communicating the right way, communicating at the right moment as well. Very, very important. And this is not just for those in relationship, for singles as well. You don't prepare for marriage or relationship when you're in it. You prepare for it before you start it. All right. So learn communication. Learn it. Another advice, I think that should be number 4. Love and show it, especially when you don't feel like it. Let 2024 be the year where you grow in your love work. When you come to the point where you still love people, you still show them you love them, you still show up for them, you still are kind to them, even when you don't feel like it. You don't feel like it probably because they offended you or any other reason. And also, let it be the year that you're expressive with your love. Something that has helped me through this present year, is being expressive in the right way, of course, and that's like communication as well. Someone offended you, and because of that you're having issues loving the person. As much as you should grow in your love work, you can also communicate it, because sometimes it's not that we are keeping the person in our mind, or we want the person to say sorry. It's just because once you talk about offenses, that's a way of just you forgetting about them, and that's just it. That's it, we're done. And I'm not saying talk about it as in shout on the person about it. I'm saying talk about it as in say this is what you did, but it's fine. I understand. The other person's part of the story, and then just settle it, right? So show love even when it hurts. Learn to grow in your love work. It's not enough to only love her when she's doing things right? That's not it. It doesn't cost it anymore. See, in 2024, we are going for intentional people. All right, we are going for intentional people. Those are people that we are going to acknowledge their relationship. Do you understand me? So grow to the point where you show love regardless of if you're happy or you're sad, regardless of if you're hungry or what have you. Show up for the person you think to love. All right. Then the last one that I'm going to be saying is for the singles. Single Pringles in the house. Are you there? Life now turn by turn. Yes, I know it's a new year very soon, and the guy is not here. The man, the babe, we have not seen. We have not seen. Matching pajamas. Me and my will soon choke us very soon. Merry Christmas for me and my. I know. I understand. I get what you feel like, but life now turn by turn. It will soon reach us. And when we wait patiently to be served, the sweet, delicious plate of love with all freshness and peace, let's work on ourselves and work to be better. Marriage is an assignment, really. And you know how when teacher give us when oh god, you know how when our teachers give us assignments in school, they probably have taught us something about it, before they give that assignment, or they want you to go and research. Well, this one is marriage is such that you're supposed to have learned about it just a little bit before you go into it. And you know how also those assignments sometimes don't look anything like what we've done in class. Exactly. Marriage is also such like it might not really look like what you've learned. So it doesn't mean that you won't learn it, because at the end of the day, because you've learned something related in class, you're somehow still able to solve the assignment, right? So let's see marriage like that, and let's take this period of singleness or singlehood, as the case may be, as a period of being in the classroom and learning for the assignments. I don't have words to express how glad I am that you're with me and we are ending this together. It's a very great privilege. Season 2 has been awesome. I remember when I was recording season 1, I recorded some of those seasons in the most unthinking. I think I recorded one in a hotel room. And it's been a journey for me personally, a lot of learnings, a whole lot. Trust me, I listened to the episodes on by myself like over again, because sometimes I hear people say, oh great, nice episode, and I'm like, okay, what did I even say again in this? And I go back to listen, because at the end of the day, it's not just to talk. Yeah, talk is sweet. It's actually to know to do the things that you learn at the end of the day. So listening is not enough, doing is what it is. So I come your way again, which might be a very long time. You're going to miss my voice, trust me. Well, if it's too long for you to wait, you can actually go back to listening to all of the episodes again. All of the episodes, or maybe your favorites, or anyone that you feel, but you're going to miss my voice. So I'm just giving you a solution, alright? So I come your way again next year in 2024. I know that I'm going to see you there. We're going to be all be alive to see the new year in peace and enjoy, and in plenty fulfillment and blessings. Please stay good. Celebrate Christmas. Remember that Jesus is the reason for the season. Like I said, start to date God. Maybe you should take Jesus out on Christmas Day. So his birthday. Take him out and spoil him. Yeah, I mean that fellowship with him, right? Fellowship with him on that day, and not just that day, but even other days of your life, right? This is getting longer than necessary. I'll see you guys in February. I probably will start with a Valentine's special. I don't know what it will be like yet, but I know that it's going to be hot. Come your way again. Thank you so much for sticking around for season 2. I don't have words, but I love you guys from the very bottom of my heart. Thank you for those that have been commenting on YouTube. Thank you for those that have been listening. Thank you. Thanks is not even saying enough. Stay loved, stay good, stay happy, stay festive. That correct English. Anyways, bye guys. And happy 2024 in advance. I won't forget that. Bye.